Token Metrics is a cryptocurrency investment platform that helps users leverage machine learning to become better crypto investors. Our in-depth analysis helps eliminate the emotions of investing, find profitable investment opportunities, and filters out scams. Learn more at tokenmetrics.com.
We are live. Welcome to the market update. I'm your host, Bill Noble. If you need a roadmap in crypto and you need to make money in crypto, subscribe to this channel. Turn on the Zen alert bell so you know when we're going live. And of course, if you like the content, please give us a thumbs up, whether you're watching it live or you're watching it on the recording, okay? Hit that like button, hit it. All right, let's welcome everybody on the stream. Greece and Kentucky are here, right? Supreme Crypto, I'm doing good. How are you? Okay, Nate wants to know when app. Well, we do have a Token Metrics TV app, okay, that you can download and watch our shows on television like Netflix. Okay, Aiken, Drew X, Routine Cheese, what's up? Nice to see you. Okay, John Stewart from UT, Lima, Peru, right? Everybody is here today. Arlington, Texas, Tel Aviv, South Africa, welcome. Raymond, right? Mr. Samari, Kenya, Haiti, everybody in the house. Paris, France, Andre, nice to see you. All right, so today we're going to go over the market update. I almost feel like, maybe I should diversify into, I don't know, sports, politics, or poker, because I'm wondering if crypto is ever going to move again. Now, ZRX, Ape, right? GMT, Steppen, okay, are the exception. Okay, didn't mean to rhyme on that one. So if you're looking to see what's going on with ZRX and you're looking to see what's going on with the Coinbase NFT launch, we're going to cover Coinbase's stock, okay? Bobby gives us a reminder that Powell is speaking right now as Thailand, Chicago, the UK, Ecuador, and Mexico join the stream. All right, so a little bit of trivia before we get going. So I'm reading an article about Tesla's earnings, right? So obviously they're good because everybody needs a battery-powered car. But there's a footnote in there where suppliers are asking Tesla for 20 to 30% increases. So they're charging Tesla 20 to 30% more, leading the journalist who wrote the article to say Elon Musk thinks inflation might be higher than 8.5%. Imagine that. Imagine if the inflation rate was actually 20%. It is. They'll never report that. Okay. Steve J says S&P dumping. Okay. We're going to go over all of this. We're going to start with the macro indicators. We are going to define the ranges, and then we are going to see what Powell has done to the markets. So don't go anywhere. Let's get busy. Okay, here comes your market update. Okay, let's start by defining the ranges. All right, where are we in the world? Brief administrative note. Token Metrics customers, the KYC for the DAO that we have been affiliated with, we do not own it. The KYC has been extended to April 22nd. Now, let's get to business. S&P futures, right? The theme of the last couple days is, I know you don't want to do it, but you have to keep an eye on macro indicators, because if the market gives you green and you need to adjust risk, let's do it. Now, 62% retracement in the equity market was 45.26. Naturally, because they love ramming it higher, they ran the stops this morning and they didn't get to that level. Now we're looking at SPY The level, we gave you 2 levels yesterday. This is the ETF for the S&P. 447 is the level to watch. If you've got this on your like button, okay? If you've got this on your trading view. Now, again, this is S&P futures 4-hour chart. I'm using a linear regression band, okay, on the 4-hour charts to try to get a handle on, you know, where is the top and bottom of these ranges? Like, what is this market doing? So far, it looks like it's been trading in a diagonal channel. And until it breaks out of that diagonal channel, then this is how I'm going to define the ranges. So naturally, as you can see right by the big word squeeze, of course, equities, okay, bravo, well done. They ram it up, get a liquidity event, trigger the buy stops, and then all the big players go and sell, okay? Interesting to see where this is when we transition to trading view. Now, I've been talking about this for 2 days. ARK, ARKK. The altcoins of the stock market have been crashing for days, okay? Just S&P has actually done okay, but this speculative sludge is just pushed out of a car. So I don't know how much longer S&P can hold up when the speculative components of the equity market are getting destroyed. Now, VIX, talked about this yesterday. What's VIX? Fear in equities. VIX has spent very little time below 20, okay, right? So since the war started. So if VIX is above 20, it's a word of caution, right? If VIX sits at 20, then there's nothing to talk about, right? You can go on vacation, literally, right? But if VIX starts to accelerate above 20, then that's something of note. If VIX gets below 20, well, then, you know, Bitcoin may have another positive 5 days. Okay, the long bond yield, what's that? Well, that's the thing that determines the 30-year mortgage rate. And it's close to 3%. So what you need to know is if you have, you know, US 30Y on TradingView, and you see that close above 3%, okay, convincingly, that headline is going to be on every major newspaper the next day, and more than likely create some hysteria in equities. So again, it's really a watch list, right? ES1, VIX, US 30Y, and it's been trading in this channel. It came off yesterday, right? And now it may be going back up. We'll check to see where it is. Now, somebody, rightly so, right? Because I'm not opposed to somebody, you know, saying, hey, meathead, pay attention. Okay, I've been watching the dollar index a little more closely than usual. Okay, so it's been in an uptrend, obviously. It's hanging around 100, and I noticed in classic foreign exchange fashion, they run the stops below the bottom of the channel, and then they take it back up again. So the longer the dollar index stays above 100, the bigger problem there is in the yen and the euro, causing the dollar index, right, or the dollar itself to become the safe haven, right? I won't puke in my Zen bowl because I know that makes me sick, and I know that's not what crypto people want to hear for sure. But if the dollar index continues to stay above 100, it can go to 102. Nobody wants that, but if that's what happens, that's the cautionary tale for crypto. Now, of course, all right, if the dollar index is done, if the whole move is over, as somebody was trying to tell me yesterday on the stream, if the move's over, okay, that's great for crypto. We should see the bids start coming in, and we have a list of altcoins that we pulled off the Token Metrics site for you to look at later in the show. Okay, Bitcoin, defining the range. All right, 42K looks like the top of a diagonal range. This appears to be what Bitcoin has been doing, zooming back and forth. If they take out 42K, then maybe it's back to 47. If they can't take out 42K, then it may mean a new low for the move. Let's just see what happens at 42K. Now, in ETH on the 4-hour DeMark chart, right? What's worse than one failed rally? Two failed rallies, right? Failed rallies. So not going to go into it. So not going to lecture y'all again, but failed rallies, bad. Okay. ETH on the 4-hour with the linear regression, right? So again, 2 attempts to go higher. A robust attempt this morning. I woke up and I'm like, oh my God, this is all up 2 or 3%. How did they do that? Okay. I don't know. It's just one of these things where they bore you to death. They get all the shorts out. We'll look at APE and GMT later, right? They just blow out the shorts. I saw this at the top of the equity market. So either we're playing a game where the market goes nowhere and they just squeeze out the shorts and blow out the longs for sport, and that's all there is, or something bad is about to happen here. And when they get all the shorts out, sometimes they can drop it. Now, I have no idea, honestly, whether that's true or not, but if 3180, 3140, which I had on my Gann work, if that turns out to be resistance, that could be a meaningful signal in ETH about adjusting risk on green days. The alternative it is, like I said, vacation, like nothing's going to happen. All right, so let's go to APE. All right. So yesterday we discussed 1667 in APE, right? And, you know, we had that, and that's also the top of their regression channel. But note on that 4-hour chart, how they push that thing. I mean, the FOMO, I watched these candles form yesterday. When this thing was above 1667, and I saw that thing was at the time, it was just this big, fat green candle. I'm like, oh my God, these guys are, these people are after this thing, right? But then it comes off. So I had 2 forms of analysis that had a top there. And you have to ask yourself, right? I don't know that anybody was short this. Maybe they were. But maybe it was just like a news-driven retail FOMO trap. Now, if APE is above 1667, I think this coin going up could be phenomenal for the crypto space, right? Because it's got that crypto NFT crossover, right? So I wish this coin well, but clearly somebody liquidated into the FOMO yesterday, okay? Now, GMT, very similar, right? Like the fully diluted valuation on this is unbelievable. I think the way to make money in this, as I'm told by our analysts, is to get a sneaker NFT, not investment advice, and go work out. Like speculating in the token. And actually, there's somebody on the stream. I thought the shorts might get squeezed twice. And somebody came on the stream and said, F it, I'm getting short now. And that guy sold the top, right? So I had resistance at 376. And that does look like the top as of now. Okay. Now, Luna. So this is interesting because which is it, right? Does the market in trouble and does everybody want that stable coin yield, right? Which is why Luna's bid, or is Luna going to fail at 100? I actually think if I had to boil it down to one coin and say, is this market good or not good? It's probably based on what Luna does around 98 or 100. Because this has clearly been a leader on the way up, right? I mean, this is like had its own, this is, as of now, you know, APE had its day, but this has been the one coin market on the way up as this market has basically done nothing. So what happens here probably impacts the whole market. All right, total 3 altcoins. This is crypto market cap minus Bitcoin and Ethereum, near the high end of its range. Total 3 has got to break out to get across the board altcoin speculation going. Like we can look at things like ref finance. You know, we talked about that yesterday. We're trying to find these small coins that are of interest in case the market goes up, but you're going to need an across the board breakout in like the big layer ones. And I have some concerns that some of these big layer ones may be over-owned, right? because ETH's not moving. Solana, Near, AVAX, they're not doing anything. Okay, now what is doing something? Okay, we'll check to see if that's still true after Powell. But the privacy narrative is moving, right? Our AI picked up on Tornado Cash. That's bouncing off the bottom of its regression band. Zcash hit an important 62% fib number. This, I think, is actually the most important chart because of all of the bullish charts out there, this to me looks the most bullish, right? Can you buy the dip and make money? Can you buy the big dip after a FOMO uptrend? That's like a whole other level. That's graduate school of can you buy the dip, right? In other words, on the way up, when everybody is it's trending, it's easy to buy the small dips and make money. It's not easy to have this thing sort of come off, wipe out 2/3 of the gains and then go up. So if that's what's going on here, Zcash may do better. And our AI has been all over Monero, right? And our AI has been on Monero since it was below 200. I had supported 250 and the next level's 300. Now, that said, you want to watch the failed rally, right? You want to watch the failed rally in anything that's in an uptrend. Now, ZRX, right? Okay, so you have this massive pump, and I've got two levels on DeMark. So I've got $1.07 and $1.25. Now, generally speaking, when you have these monster pumps in these altcoins, if you own them, it has paid to exit when the whole pump is in one day. Okay, now I'm not saying get out of this necessarily because I'm not an expert in the fundamental story, but I do know that there are other YouTubers and chart guys out there that as soon as something pumps, they're like, okay, this is where you sell. So I'll play two, $1.07 and $1.25. Now, last chart. What the is going on in Coinbase's stock? Like Coinbase is coming out with their NFT platform. Hot news. Coinbase gets into NFTs. This stock is crashing. What is up with that? Right? I mean, I'm showing support at 136. It is not paid to buy strength, and it has paid to buy despair. And I'm guessing you're headed for despair in Coinbase. So there's one of two things going on here. Either everyone's panicking, right, near an earnings release and everyone's getting out. Hopefully, this is not an indicator of what's going to happen in crypto in general. But back to what we were saying earlier, Jerome Powell, the long bond, stocks. Are you tired of hearing about it? Probably. Do they still matter? Definitely. Definitely. And that is the market update. Okay, let's go to, Paco is asking, what about Galaxy Digital stock? Okay, let's get the whole show going here. I will take a look at that. Let's just figure out where the market is first. Take the pertinent requests. Okay, so welcome everybody who signs in for the request portion. Okay, so let's just go and see what's going on here. Let's go to our 89-minute chart. So as you can see, they did a wonderful job in the S&P of squeezing everybody out before they dropped it. Swear to God, equities. I mean, I have been looking at this futures contract for 15 years and nothing ever changes. I swear to God, before it goes down, I mean, they're buying it like they love it. Like they want to give it to their grandma as a gift. And then boom, it just gets dropped. Okay. So let's take a look at that. Somebody's asking about Galaxy. Let's take a look at Galaxy quickly. All right. So Galaxy isn't doing anything terrible, which is good, right? Galaxy is actually holding it together. Okay. Probably because Galaxy's NFT strategy is better than Coinbase's. That's a guess. That and Bitcoin and Ethereum really aren't down that much. They're not. Okay. They're just hanging out. Right. So, you know, let's take a look at some of the requests. Okay. We have Cosmos.Jasmy, and people are asking for Litecoin. Okay. So let's get over here. Okay. Let's start with Cosmos. Okay, so Cosmos appears to be like in a very tight range, almost to the point where you've actually got to wait for a breakout. Okay, going full screen here. So there's support in Cosmos at 2420. Okay, this is on the 4-hour chart. So Cosmos has held this moving average, this DeMark moving average, for a couple of days, back to April 19th. So 2420 is support in Cosmos. Frequently when I'm doing TA these days, I'm boiling it down to like 1 point. I'm not even boiling it down to a view. I'm like, okay, this is support. This is resistance. If it holds, it's good. If it doesn't, it's not. Now, that's not because I don't want to do more work. You know I do. But there's the work is not there to do. Okay, so I'm guessing for Polkadot, okay, so in Polkadot, there's a big point at 1914. Okay, Polkadot has a nice double bottom here. So this could be a double bottom in Polkadot. And the people who have been waiting, suffering, and dying in this thing may get to see their day if the market doesn't fall apart. So you've got a short-term double bottom in Polkadot. And the big question is, you know, will it hold support at 1915? I'm going to try to go to the daily chart on this to see what I get. Okay, so the daily chart doesn't give you much, except for the fact that, you know, Polkadot probably has to get through this like 1921 area. So there's some hope in Polkadot, but you got to watch the failed rally, right? In the rest of the market. But Polkadot's on support for the moment. Now, Litecoin, as you all know, you know, Litecoin is the box of chocolates under the bed. I can't resist liking it. All right. So there's support at 110 on the daily chart. Okay. I'm going to take it down to the 90-minute, and I'm getting ready to go to 15-minute because this market doesn't move. Because that's what happens in a range, right? You have to go, oh, well, we're looking at the 4-hour. Okay, now we're looking at the 90-minute. Okay, now we're looking at the 15-minute. So it looks like the range in Litecoin is 111 to 115, right? It's been that way since April 19th. There was the puke over Easter, but realistically, that's where Litecoin's been hanging out, right there and right there, right? With the Easter puke as the exception. So until Litecoin either gets below 110 or above 114, naturally it's sitting right in the middle at 112. Okay, as I always say, you want to be mindful of the failed rally, right? You just want to be mindful because, you know, inflation's at 20%. Fed funds are at 0.25. Okay, the Fed has to do something about this. Okay. People are acting like that's not going to happen. That is going to happen. The question is it already priced in to crypto? It's definitely not priced into equities. Question is it priced into crypto? Okay, we're going to go to Jasmy. Okay. Raymond wants to know how the Japanese yen is doing. The Japanese yen is stable at lower levels. So you're watching the dollar index around 100. So the 90-minute chart of Jasmy, let's try a Fibonacci retracement on this. Okay, so Jasmy is holding the 38% retracement of its recent move up. It looks like people are trying to buy dips. So if the market doesn't fall apart, if you have 5 good days in Bitcoin left, Jasmy is okay. Jasmy's okay. All right. Fed is not the one putting the brakes on the industrial movement of the economy. You're right. I don't know how the Fed puts a stop on industrial production and price increases in that area. I don't know what they're going to do. They're going to have to create a recession. Okay. All right. Let's go to RMRK. I know there's a ton of requests in the chat. Really appreciate you guys flying here, putting the stuff in. I will get to all of them. Please hit the like button. Okay. Don't know why RMRK is not coming up here. So let's go over here and do it. Okay, so nothing is really happening in RMRK, right? I'm getting comfortable with saying that. Now, if RMRK is still in a downtrend, all right, so the way I've been doing this with the 4-hour charts, most of these cryptos have rallied to their higher band. So RMRK is the resistance is at 1480. If it's above 1480, then you know something has changed. If something hasn't changed, you're looking at risk to 11. We want to think about where the rest of the market is if that happens. So let's all cheer for RMRK. Okay, Binance Coin. All right, so we know I liked Binance Coin, and a lot of people agreed. So they bid it up to 429, and then they dropped it. So this is a 90-minute chart of Binance Coin. You may be looking, they took out 418, and if this market gets hammered, you may be looking at the 62% retracement at 409. So again, this is like watch list time, especially when you got the Fed on the tape. All you can do is you can draw levels and you can say, all right, when it gets to this point, I'll make a decision one way or the other. Okay, Cake. So this has been quite the moonshot on the 90-minute chart. Okay, there is a 5-wave C at the top of this. So be careful, right? I would say the best support in Cake, 932 is good. So if 932 holds in Cake, then you know it's like something's going on and it's the real deal. All right. If it goes to 9 and holds, if the market gets smashed, that could also be constructive, right? But again, you know, you had some serious FOMO on the way up here. I mean, this was 1, 2, 3 big green candles, right? So people saw that and they were like, oh my God, I got to get in. So be careful of profit taking here. That's what I would say. Congratulations to you if you did this trade. So on the daily chart, there's a 13 top. So that's why people are headed for the door. So if you made money on this, I might be inclined to take the money, not investment advice. Okay. All right. So Dulio, don't worry. You missed the first half. We're just keeping everybody on track with watching equities and interest rates. Okay, noting that Bitcoin and Ethereum are at the top of their recent ranges. So if you look at the 4-hour chart in Galaxy, again, you know, it tries to rally, but then it comes off. So I don't know that this is terrible because really Bitcoin is not terrible, right? Like stocks are down, but it's not bad. Bitcoin is down. Bitcoin futures, where are we here? You know, Bitcoin futures are actually still up on the day. So I don't know. It's not terrible. Galaxy's not good. Galaxy's not bad. Let's see what else we got. Near Protocol. Somebody noted yesterday in our I call it the private group, that there was a token unlock in Near, which would probably account for its underperformance of late. Okay, so on the daily chart, nothing's happening. Support is at 1650, right? It's not doing anything, which in this market, I'll take it. I'll take it. Some stuff's mooning, some stuff not. So 1633 is support, 17.5 is resistance. When the token unlock people get done selling, then Near likely resumes. Okay, someone usually asks for API 3. Let's look at that. I have that on a daily chart here. Okay. All right. So the good news is there's support at 466. The good news is this is a 9 top. This underscores this idea of watch the failed rally, right? So this went all the way up and all the way back down. We talk about, taking the money and stuff. Let's go to an ETH 15-minute chart just for the heck of it. Okay, so there's the 13 top on the 15-minute. So it's almost like to get meaningful chart signals in this range, we are now down to 15 minutes. I hope that's all we have to do. So as I said yesterday, you want to be mindful of short-term charts that become longer-term problems, or short-term tops that become longer-term tops. Okay, SCRT. Okay, I want to say this came up on Token Metrics. The support is at 501, right? Currently on the 15-minute, they're sort of hammering this thing. You probably got another 3 hours where they're going to try to pound on this and hope support at 501 holds. Okay. Okay, SYS. Interesting. The IMF is warning on rate hikes. Are they warning that there's not enough, or are they warning that there's too many? Right? Some people say we didn't do enough. Okay, so SYS, the resistance is at 54 cents, right? This could be an A, B, C. So if the market continues to be weak, you could be looking at something around maybe below 52 cents. So, with everybody selling today, you just have to give it a little room maybe. Okay, let's look at the 15-minute chart of Litecoin. Okay, so Litecoin has support at 111 even. That's where you'd look for support in Litecoin. Someone's also out there asking for precious metals. Okay, so gold was getting hammered today, but this live stream is about defining ranges. So if you look at gold, this is spot gold 4 hours. Okay, if you look at gold, this looks like a new low in gold prices with stochastics making a higher low. So I guess if someone was going to come in and buy gold, you obviously don't want to do it at 2,000. But if this is the bottom end of a diagonal range, then that's where you would come in and do it. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's Alpha Zero. Okay, that's a better way. Okay, support in Alpha Zero is at 260. Okay, so we have charted this before. This was the monster moonshot yesterday. I remember this. Okay, resistance is at 267. Okay, it has to be above 267 and stay above that in order to keep this uptrend moving. Otherwise, you're probably looking at profit taking. Again, you know, I don't know what the Fed has said, but don't fight the Fed. Okay, Lena, let's go back over here. Okay, we'll do Theta after this because I know Theta was like a moonshot this morning. Okay, so Lena made the 13 bottom and the 9 bottom on the 15-minute chart. There's good support. Okay, right underneath the market, like right about 3 cents. So whatever this is, at least for the moment, it seems to be trading better than the rest of the market. And this looks like a total give up trade, right? This looks like on a 15-minute chart that they've done nothing since April 20th but give up. So some of this may get retraced. So if you've put up with it this far, okay, here comes Theta. By the way, folks, if you're on the stream, welcome to the request portion of the stream. Please hit the like button for on-demand TA. Okay, so Theta goes up a lot. Resistance is at 345. Let's go to a daily to see how this rally has impacted like the bigger picture. Okay, and, you know, we sort of talked about this. You know, Theta had resistance on these moving averages. It hit support like exactly at 281, right? And then it took off. So, you know, maybe something's going on here. Either that or it's just traveling in a range between 2.5 and 4.5. But it's closer to the bottom end of the range than the top, right? This just may be the way life is in crypto, right? Trading in a box. Everyone panics and gets out, and then bulls come back in. Okay, so nice rally in Tron. Okay, right to the top of like a diagonal resistance, right at 0.073. So Tron's got to get through 0.073 before you can say this is anything more than just zooming around in a range. And it has not paid. Okay, and I get this sense, like maybe Theta is not the case, but I get this sense that the market is like blowing out anybody who is short certain things. Like it takes one news catalyst and they blow out the shorts. Now in Tron, okay, resistance is at 0.073. So if they take that out, the next level is 0.1, is 10 cents. So if Tron is for real, okay, it'll get above 7 cents. Okay, note, whoops. Note what has happened to Tron every time it gets to this level, right? These were ceilings. This was a floor back in December. And every time it's come up here, like it hasn't even been able to get back to 7 cents. So here it pulled up short. Here it pulled up short. You'll know that something in Tron is real fundamentally. If they take out 0.073 And then if that's the case and it's really a breakout, then it's 10 cents. Okay. Lately, you've been paid to fade the big green candles, right? Okay. Has sushi come back to life? Well, I sure hope so, because I don't understand how something like sushi can just be given up for dead. But the market is the ultimate arbiter of that. So sushi managed to get itself above support. Above support around this like 362 area. 452 could be next. You know, every time I say that, sushi just dumps, but it is possible. It is possible. Right. You know, sushi, every time it goes up to this 3.5 level on a 15-minute chart, it just stops. Right. So I think this stuff is all going to travel with synthetics. Synthetics mooned, right? Sushi did come back to life a little bit. There is some green there. So if the market is okay, maybe sushi is good. Okay, so here's synthetics on a 15-minute chart. Okay, there's the big move up to 7, and then it comes back down, and it looks like there's a 9 bottom and a lot of support at 628. Bill, what's your take on the monthly MACD and stochastic level? Okay, so here's Bitcoin monthly. And I've had a lot of people, I know there's a lot of people talking about this. So I don't necessarily look at MACD. I know the stochastic situation on Bitcoin monthly is not that good. It's not terrible. Okay, so this is labeled, this is actually Bitcoin monthly now I'm looking at. So there's all this unpleasant stuff on the monthly chart, right? There's the head and shoulders top. Okay. Let's see if I can pull up a stochastic. Okay. So sometimes with stochastics, you know, they get pretty low. They get low, and then everyone goes, oh, they're low. It's oversold. Okay, you're right. It is oversold. The question is, does the market have momentum to turn around and cross up on a monthly basis? In other words, what turns the tide in Bitcoin? What turns the tide? Right? Is the Fed going to say we're not hiking rates? Right? Is the Fed going to say, you know, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like what makes Bitcoin turn around on a monthly basis on the big picture? So I have seen guys breaking down the stochastics. You know, they break it down. They say, well, you know, there's not enough momentum to turn it. Okay. Okay. Let's see if I can find Bit Token. Then we'll go on. Don't have that in this system. Brian says huge puke incoming. Okay. On that note, let's check to see what the market is doing. So stocks are still down. That's the 4-hour chart. Let's actually go to 89-minute. So stocks are down, but they're still inside of their range. Okay, so you have a clear failed rally in Bitcoin, but again, it's only an 89-minute chart. You know, I don't like failed rallies. I just don't. Now, ETH is not down that much, but ETH was up 2% this morning. So maybe ETH is just going to go back to 3,000, and this is just zooming around in a range. Okay. Okay. So Steve says, you know, every time we get a rate hike, the market pumps. That could be true. I think what the market does is every time that there's a rate hike, the market thinks that it's over. That's what the market wants to think. Because who wants to think about the Fed just tightening rates to 4%? No one wants to think about that. And let's put it this way. If the Fed hikes rates as much as the market the bond market indicates that they will hike rates, they're going to destroy stocks. They're going to destroy stocks. They have to destroy stocks if they want to stop inflation. So that begs the question, do they actually want to stop inflation? This is probably why crypto doesn't go down. They're like, okay, Jerome, go ahead. Have at it, dude. You want to be the guy that wrecks the world? Go for it. That's probably why crypto doesn't go down. Because they're like, all right, man, you want to wreck everything? Well, we'll see it. We'll believe it when we see it. Okay, Vulcan, right? Vulcan hasn't been able to do much, all right, around 13. It gets above it, it goes below it, and then it just comes back. Which is a nice way of saying it's just not doing anything, right? It's traveling in an upward sloping range on the short-term chart. I've been looking at the 4-hour. So things look worse if you look at this 4-hour band, right? This is called defining the range, right? It started at 18. You had a nice rally to 14, right? What changes things for Vulcan? It's got to blow through 14. Is that going to happen today? I don't know. Okay. Some cryptos are up, some cryptos are down. It just looks like a mixed bag. You probably got to wait one more day. Okay. So how about the list of small altcoins? Thank you for reminding me. So welcome to the new altcoin overtime. This list on TradingView in the corner, okay, which may be hard to see the exact numbers. So I'm going to run through what's up today, and we can look at the 4-hour charts. Now, on these 4-hour charts, what we're noticing are tokens that have showed up on Token Metrics, specifically the Token Metrics grades. Okay, the grade in this column here, the second column, we're tracking to see how much the grade has moved. Okay, so for example, in mirrored ETH, right, the grade is actually up 13%. So as the market moved up yesterday, our system is picking up and regrading things. So what we're looking for is we're looking for coins that have had big leaps in the grade, but not ridiculous leaps in price. Tornado Cash showed up. Tornado Cash may be breaking out above 50, right? That privacy rally. Okay, so Zcash is not one of the coins, and you'll know Zcash is for real if it takes out 160. Now, I'm looking for the one that our guys specifically liked, which was Ref Finance. Okay, so this thing is a beast. I was like, you want to buy it on a retest to 3? Mr. Market was like, you know what? We have a better idea. Why don't we just take it up? So this was one of the things that our quant guy sent where the grade spiked, right? So let's go to Ref over here on Token Metrics. So this is the essence of what we do, right? So the grade for Ref is all the way up at 86 on the daily, and it's as high as 82 on the monthly. Okay, if we go to TradingView, right? We talked about this being a possible rounded bottom. In other words, look at this give up trade, right? They're going to unwind this whole thing, right? They're going to unwind the whole thing. So if there is such a thing as a one coin market, that could be the coin, right? Origin looks okay, right? You know how all these coins are at the top end of their range? This one's in the middle of its range, 63 cents, right? Now, lossless, which has gone nowhere, which has showed up in our filters, okay? Lossless could be a teacup and handle. So if you're looking for altcoins that may be positive, even though it's like a downish day today, okay, I want to call this accent, right? There's the teacup, there's the handle. A lot of volatility in this one, probably not a lot of liquidity. XDC showed up today, okay? So let's go to the 4-hour chart to see where it's at. All right, so XDC shot through the top of its range. Now the question is, will it hold 0.057? Okay. Okay, I know we looked at this yesterday. Okay, we looked at DEUS, right? Now, this, of course, came off a big level down at 480, right? But it's still green. So one of the things that Token Metrics can help you with is if you're sick of this market, right? You're sick of trying to figure out Bitcoin and ETH, and you really just want to know what are the small coins, you can do one of two things. You can tune into the show, or you can look at the daily indices for Gate.io and KuCoin, where we have smaller coins. So Kusama, which is not small, Lossless is in there. Kyber is still in there because that thing is a beast. Okay, even though I said take the money. So Token Metrics will give you more than one way to find the small coins. You can hunt through the ratings, which, you know, that's how you would have found Zilliqa. Or you can go through KuCoin, where they have, you know, Trust Wallet, DeFi Chain, and Lossless showing up as top picks. So we're doing both. We're sorting it. We're sorting it and putting it into a TradingView watch list. So we actually have guys now going through the site, trying to find stuff that is interesting. So PSG was in there, okay, looking for that to maybe test the bottom of the range at 1347. So the thinking is we make the watch list and we watch it. Okay, we watch the chart. So we go from Token Metrics to TradingView, back to Token Metrics to see how the grade's doing, back to TradingView, right? And then you make a decision, right? So as is, you know, you want to make adjustments and get out of altcoins you don't want on a green day. On a red day, you want to say, all right, here are the altcoins that are interesting. Let's see if we can pick them up on support. If the Token Metrics grade is either above 80 with the price stable, or there's just been a big jump in the grade, right? So that's how I would work that out, okay? That's going to be it for today, folks. I think I'm going to take profits there. So this is the new altcoin overtime. We definitely appreciate you having on the stream. Definitely appreciate you being here. So let's sum it up. Don't fight Jerome Powell, okay? Now, if Jerome Powell's a paper tiger, okay, and he doesn't mean what he says, then we'll know soon, okay? VIX is the one thing I would watch. If everyone freaks out in stocks, it's going to be VIX that's going to go up. Right now, VIX is up 10%. So keep an eye on VIX, right? Get out of what you don't like and keep an eye on what you might like. Let's try that. All right, folks, that's it for today. Raymond, Spin, Steve J, appreciate that. Fernando, okay. Flipped Burger, thank you for being here. Aiken, we appreciate the love. Hit the like button on the way out. All right, this is Bill Noble from Token Metrics. We'll see you tomorrow.